जयपुर वाया कोटा
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವವರೆಗೆ
Hyderabad Ruturaj Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो
Easy peasy lemon squeezy, that's what Chennai has done to the Knight Riders. Table toppers, well not table toppers, but 3 out of 3. They won second position and they've really just completely dominated Kolkata at home. Remember, it was Kolkata who batted first. They got to 137 for 9 in their 20 overs. That's right. That surface was just offering so much to the spinners. And you know that Chennai spinners know how to take advantage of the conditions when they are in their favour. Just a smidge. And Ravindra Jadeja, the pick of their bowlers, 3 overs for 18 in his 4. And Tushar Deshpande also picked up 3. Mustafizur Rahman picked up 2 coming into the game after coming back from his visa appointment in Bangladesh. Just love saying that. Shreyas Iyer was the top scorer for Kolkata. It was 34-32, but yeah, it was very tough going for their batters. And this target was never going to be tough if, as we had said, the captain just held one end and made sure that he shepherded the team to victory. Exactly what he did. There was 2.2 overs to go, 7 wickets in hand. So an easy win for Chennai. 2 points on the board for the defending champions. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You're watching Cricbuzz Live. With me, Michael Vaughan and Simon Doull. Simon, fair enough? Easy peasy lemon squeezy?
Absolutely. Chennai getting back to what they do well. Bowling beautifully, conditions that suited them down to the ground. Winning the toss obviously played a decent role in that, but a clinical chase and great to see Ruturaj. Best game as captain. We'll get on to more of that, but I think in the field he manoeuvred his bowlers round really well, and then to cap it off with a nice not out. That'll do him the world of good.
Yeah, we spoke about this in our little Combox update, that the dew was off the charts, obviously. But otherwise, even for Gaikwad to figure, yes, was a tricky pitch in the first half of the game. Could be tricky this as well. Just put my head down, get the job done.
Yeah, that was a pure innings. That was beautifully played because he didn't look like he was taking too many risks, but he still got 67 out of 58 balls. Just exactly what you require when you're chasing a lowish total. The only way that KKR were going to win that game was by getting 3 or 4 quick wickets early, and he just went out and played beautifully. Just timed the ball, particularly through that offside. He just played some lovely kind of punches, squared the wicket. So it'll do him the world of good. Smart tactics from CSK, no surprise, putting Daryl Mitchell. Usually like to see right and left hand, but they went right hand. Once Rachin had got out, that was a tactic to go against Narayan and Chakravarti. I think they feel that right-handers are better suited to face those two. So again, you've got to give CSK a little pat on the back. Their think tank, it generally always works. The last couple of games, it hasn't quite been at its best, but you can't keep them quiet, particularly at home. We saw that before the game when we put the graphic up. Not many teams go to Chennai and win. They showed why tonight.
Yeah, and not only have they beaten the Knight Riders today, I think 9 other teams are going to be very happy because they dominated them through the game, and Calcutta hasn't looked like being dominated by anybody in the 3 games they've played so far.
No, I think what it showed was, and I think we talked about it prior to the innings starting, this sort of surface about timing the ball, placement, timing. It's not a place where belligerent batters are going to have success, and Ruturaj is exactly that. He's a class act. He's a timer of the ball. The belligerence is not quite going to come off as much as just a pure timer of the ball on a slowish type surface. Look, I think it played differently in the second innings. It certainly came onto the bat a little bit better, but there was enough there. They just didn't allow them that opportunity to get wickets and didn't give wickets away. And I think Kolkata probably did that a little bit. They gave a few wickets away to Chennai, but again, just clinical.
Yeah, so you have to be more surgeon than butcher on this. But
well, I'll take you to a player. Devon Conway's played well at Chennai.
Yeah,
he's a similar kind of player. Just times the ball, hits the odd ball over extra cover. But I'm absolutely with Dooley. You need a certain type of skill to be successful on that kind of surface. The odd cowboy, as I call him, would come off now and again, but more often than not, it's those players, the Jinky Rihani, those kind of players that have success there.
Yeah, and Chennai's done it. Chennai's done it very easy today. Let's have a look at what the Kolkata bowlers did. Let's have a look at the Chennai batters first. Gaikwad, 67 not out. You saw it, went right till the end. There was a good partnership that he had with Daryl Mitchell. Exactly what was required at that point in time is what he did. Shivam Dube came and did what he does really well. He's close to 200 runs
Is he on the
now.
plane? Is he on your plane to the Caribbean?
Is he on my plane to the Caribbean? Yes, he is.
Yep.
He should be.
What seat? Because bearing in mind, number one seat is when you get on last.
Yeah, that's true.
If you get on first, so you're putting him on first, so he's down the back with the chickens.
I think I'm just going to put him on 3 Charlie. I think he needs some leg room. So 3C.
3C.
He's sitting in seat 3C. Make what you will of that. But yeah, I'd put him on the plane. The way he's hitting the ball, and even today.
He's in premium economy for me. Not quite in business, but he's on the
Premium.
plane. Yeah, he's on the plane. He's in premium economy because
You get a bit of leg space.
yeah, a little bit of extra.
A little
He needs
bit.
it. At 6'6", he needs it. I think. Look, he's the form middle order hitter along with Rinku Singh. I think they'll be the form middle order hitters in the setup at the moment. I'd love to see him bowling. I would love to see him bowling, but I know Chennai probably don't need him, and Chennai are not going to do. You know, they're going to do what suits them to win. They're not looking at Indian prospects and things like that. But I think if he starts to bowl, he puts an enormous amount of pressure on Hardik Pandya.
Yeah.
And that's the spot. Because if Hardik's not bowling, we don't know why. I can't remember whether anybody asked him again yesterday whether he...
Yes, I think he said that I wasn't required as a bowler today.
Okay.
But I think he needs telling. If he's going to be a shoo-in for the T20 World Cup team, he has to be bowling.
Yeah.
Because at the minute, he's not batting well enough.
Yeah.
So he has to be the all-rounder. If he's the all-rounder bowling, batting, fielding, without any question, is in the side. But if he's just there as a batter, where you then have to judge him against the batters that he's up against, then one of those is Shivam Dube.
Yeah, and it's just the way he's batting. It's just that bat swing. It's just so clean. And even today, on a pitch where this was not a 6-hitting pitch, right? It was not a 6-hitting surface today. You didn't see too many, but it was just the way he's playing. Again, is he a great combination of surgeon and butcher? Of scalpel and meat hammer?
A little bit of both. I mean, the 6 he hit just before he got out of Vaibhav Arora, I mean, that was top tier on a slowish pitch, but he's getting his timing right. The lag, he's got big, obviously long levers, but he's getting that lag right. When he swings, he just swings very freely. He doesn't try and go... I don't think he's a player that doesn't look to me like he goes really hard at the ball. He just makes sure he's getting a great flow of the bat.
Yuvraj, isn't it?
Yes, it's Yuvraj. It's Yuvraj type.
And Yuvraj wants him on the plane. He tweeted that the other day.
Yeah.
He has him in 1A.
Yeah, so see...
And Yuvraj and Ajit Agarkar are very good friends.
Yeah.
He's going then.
Maybe he's
going.
Whispering a little in his ear?
Maybe. I don't know.
You're presuming, of course, that Ajit listens to his friends.
But you're pals with Yuvraj. And you're pals with Ajit because you're playing golf with him over the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, I've got but I just can't...
You should be
I'm not
bringing
spilling
this
the beans.
knowledge of information into the studio.
I'm not spilling the beans. I'm just telling you, he's in premium economy.
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, today, premium economy is what was required from the batters, right? They needed just premium economy. It's not quite economy, just a little above that. It's about 7 and over that they needed to get. So don't do anything flashy. Don't go first class. Don't go chartered. You don't need to do all that. You just need it's quietly done. Have a few sips of green tea and get the job done. But for the Knight Riders, economy would not have done it. Wickets was the only way that they were going to win it, but they just did not have enough leg room eventually. They just did not. And there you go. They used the 6 bowlers. But again, if you see it, no one's been picked out and no one's been left behind. Chennai's batted so clinically that they've milked everybody, right? That's an all-round good batting performance when you see the bowlers' numbers.
Yeah, but I just don't think he did anything near as much as we saw in the first innings. There was no grabbing the surface. If anything, the ball was skidding on.
Yeah.
So it was a magnificent toss to win. So Ruturaj Gaikwad has had such a good night because he's won the toss first and foremost, and then he's fielded great, he's got his tactics right, and then he's ended up with a red inker. The perfect night for a captain. But you have to. I'm with Dooley on this due. I just think when you see a game, and actually when you see the first innings, and I like cricket matches now and again when the pitches are a bit iffy. Because I like low score. Sometimes they're the classics, but when you see the second inning of the game and it changes so much, and it's that little bit easier to bat. Yes, it's easier when you're chasing a smaller number batting second, but you could clearly see that the ball was skidding on that little bit better. So, yeah, something needs to. Whether it's that spray that needs to come out, fresher balls, I'm not too sure. But we're in 2024. surely someone can do something about dew. A scientist of some type.
Of some sort.
Surely.
Just stop your cancer research and figure out dew in cricket matches.
Brand new stadiums getting built nowadays, they all should have underground temperature-controlled heating, like they do with the football stadiums
Fair, in Qatar
in the UK or wherever, the top football stadiums. So if you're building a brand new cricket stadium, temperature-controlled, so it actually doesn't change temperature throughout the day.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that's why dew forms, because of the coolness of the evening air and obviously the heat of the ground during the day. Temperature-controlled, underneath the grass, get it sorted.
You can get that sorted.
Actually, can I tell you something? I do know a guy who does that.
Yeah, I thought
I know the guy who...
You know everybody.
I kid you not. I know the guys who did that for the Qatar football stadium.
Well, can you...
I can hook it up. Make a few calls. I get this done. Give me one more year. Until the next IPL, I sort this out.
I mean, the other thing is, and we may be going completely off subject here, but how far are we away from artificial outfields?
4G?
Yeah.
Or roofs.
Well, yeah, roofs. Roofs still not going to stop. The temperature will still change, but an artificial outfield. You know, I mean, they're playing football on them. They're playing rugby on them down in New Zealand. We've got some top
most Premier League football pitches are hybrid.
Yeah.
So I'm not too sure what the percentage of the 4G is into the turf, but they're certainly all hybrid. And it's the same in cricket, actually, in the UK. We have quite a number of hybrid pitches for T20 cricket.
And you can slide and stuff on them without getting...
Well, the actual 22 yards are hybrid.
Yeah.
So there's, I think there's 30% of the pitch, which is 4G or whatever the AstroTurf is, and the rest is normal turf. But it's certainly coming into play.
Yeah, because today, and we have to talk about it, because you could see it was a distinct change. Not like in the game last night. When you saw the game in Lucknow, your team batted first. It was not like the team batting second had distinctly different conditions to bat in, right? It's just that they didn't put on a good batting performance and the bowlers bowled well. Today, you could tell they didn't have a chance. I mean, Michael and I joked about it on the Combox, saying he said the ball was skidding on. I said the players were skidding on the surface. You see Shreyas Iyer, Phil Salt, they were just sliding on.
The buggy can that we use in television is a great indicator of dew because you see the wheels and the spray was coming up. Off the buggy cam. That's how wet it was in the outfield. So, look, it's tough. And I know that there should be some slight advantage to winning the toss.
Yeah.
But when it goes completely the other way and it goes over the top, I just don't know. I mean, nobody's got the exact answer. Nobody knows what we have to do or what can be done. But surely in the modern age, and something must be able to be done.
It's like in Test match cricket, the deterioration of a pitch, that happens.
Yeah.
You know, over the course of 5 days, you're going to get natural variation, but we're talking of 40 overs. There shouldn't be such a distinct change in the surface over the... You know, we're talking an hour, aren't we?
Yeah.
The last fizzer to an hour later, it was skidding on. That's not quite right.
The final of this year's tournament is going to happen in Chennai.
Yeah.
You wouldn't want the...
You're going to get on the blower early to your pal?
Yeah, just call him. Can we just get some air conditioning on the floor? Just keep the temperature...
Cool carrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Carry room air conditioner. We need a very big room air conditioner to cool the Chepauk. But listen, I mean, this is just us talking about dew and cricket, not taking anything away from, the way the Chennai batting was today, because at the end of the day, you got to play the bowling you're getting. And they were getting some top-class bowling. You have Varun Chakravarti, Sunil Narayan. There's some top-class bowling coming their way. And you have to say, and as we have said, that it was a batting masterclass from Ruturaj Gaikwad. It was how you shepherd your team to a win. Bear in mind, and I always say, look at the numbers in context. Numbers are nothing without the context. The context is that they are coming on the back of 2 dismal performances with the bat, Dooley. So therefore, it becomes even more important for the captain, who's not performed up to his high standards in this tournament. Therefore, this knock becomes even more precious given just all the parameters.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there's one opportunity, I think Ramandeep dropped a catch at deep square
that was
leg
Darren Mitchell.
Off Mitchell. Yeah. That partnership that was probably crucial to it. From Ruturaj's point of view, that was the key partnership after losing that wicket of Rachin Ravindra relatively early on. But when I look at what Ruturaj has done, we talked about Shubman Gill the other night in the captaincy. Just compartmentalise, get away from it. You are the batter. You're only a batter. You've done a great job in the field. You've now just got to put your pads on and, as Michael said the other day, find another cap. That's my batting cap. This is me. This is me done now. Captaincy's done. My job now is just to score runs. So brilliant to see him do that. after a slowish start, but this is again what Ruturaj does.
Yeah.
He's usually 3 or 4 innings in before he starts to get going. In every tournament in the last couple of years, he only got 3 opportunities, I think, in his first year, 3 or 4 bats in his first year. But he starts slowly. Maybe this is the catalyst to really kick on. But it was really nicely played. The way, just as Vaughan said, through the offside, I think he's so good to watch when he hits the spinners through the offside, and when he just seems to have that certain amount of time that really high class players do.
Yeah, and this makes you think that Shubman would have liked to play this role yesterday. With the 160 kind of thing. And he spoke about it later, saying that he just tried to maximize that power play and on the last ball, and that's when Yash Thakur got him. But it's good to see again, young captain. And,
very good. I mean, yesterday it was either Shubman or Kane Williamson. 2 kind of players that play a similar kind of way, just knock it around, play cleverly into the gaps. Just timed the ball beautifully, and obviously didn't come off yesterday. Today we saw Gaikwad just go out and play pretty much from the get-go, really. He looked like his feet was moving nicely, and he timed 1 or 2 through that offside within the first 6 or 7 balls, and he was like, never lost his shape. Never went to really bludgeon the ball. He just kind of caressed it. Yeah. Nice batting.
So we had a lot of cool moments in this game. We'll talk about those in this segment. It's the Carrier Room Air Conditioner's coolest moment of the match. And I'll start with you boys. What did you think was the coolest moment?
Oh, Daryl Mitchell's catch in the outfield, running around, diving, brilliant catch in the outfield. I think we've seen quite a few catches go down in the tournament.
Yeah,
quite a lot of outfield catches go down, and not easy. That was a really good one. I think that's my coolest moment of the match.
Okay, good one.
Oh, I'm going to give it to the skipper. Ruturaj he's had a night out. Wins the toss. That was probably his best move of the night. Won the toss, and he tactically got it absolutely spot on. His bowlers delivered. He'll be delighted that Jadeja's back in form with 3 wickets. Everything around CSK in the field was right. They fielded well. And then with the bat in hand, I don't think you can play any better than that. Yeah. When you're chasing that kind of total on that kind of pitch, you played as purely as you can. So has to go to the skipper.
I'll tell you what was my cool moment. There was Weber Varora who gets Shivam Dube out and just goes at him. Shivam Dube just walked off. Right? Because you should know by now, there's no point giving a bit of spray to anybody from the Chennai team because they're not going to react. They're not going to get a reaction.
One Kolkata player's already lost half his match fee this season.
I think he's probably going to lose a little because of this one.
There might be a little bit here. There might be a little bit going on here.
I love that. I love that. My cool moment was just how heated he was without realizing that it's futile in the Chennai heat to be heated. Just stay cool, bro.
I'll give you another cool moment. It was nearly the coolest moment. So you get the prediction right. So you get the guessing game right. Yeah. The first 6. And then at the halfway house in the com box, you said the game will finish at 17.3.
It did.
And it nearly did.
And at 17.3, the scores were level. So I was pretty close.
That was quite cool.
Close. I also did one more. I'm just tooting my own horn. I said that if the captain is not out at the end, he can just carry them to victory, at which point you said a good 60-65 will do him good. He's 67, not out.
Both right. So I've had a stinker of them.
Don't worry, I'm getting no points as well.
Should I go now?
You know what? We take it all back. This is the cool moment of the match. This one. All right, we've got a few messages that have come in from the viewers as well. Let's see what they thought the cool moments were. This is from Ansh Sharma. The fizz bowling the 18th over to Russell. Those slower balls on the Chepauk track, impossible to hit. Good one. Yeah, that was
like it.
The fizz was cool at that point in time, so that's good. Arun Singh saying, just when people were doubting Jadeja's T20 abilities, Sir silences critics with a 3-fer. Good point.
I tell you what was quite funny and cool as well is when MS Dhoni dropped that quite simple catch with the one hand, and the cameras went on to pretty much most of the CSK team, and because it's MS Dhoni, they were like, oh, that's fine.
Nobody said a word.
If it was
Dare not react.
You cannot go.
Yeah.
Dare not react.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
I'd love to see that. The bowl. I'd love to see. Just go.
No, you could see he wanted to. He went to go, and then he went, oh, it's a mistake.
Good try, mate.
Good
try.
Nearly.
Unlucky. Almost, buddy.
It's like playing corporate cricket, right? If the CEO drops a catch, that's fine. Yeah, I'll bowl again.
Don't beat your boss in golf. Never ever beat your boss in golf.
That's it.
You know,
Never play your boss at golf.
Good point.
Even better. We have a last one, the last cool moment. Let's see who that's from. Bring it on. Okay, Vignesh, who says, no better feel than seeing Chennai win at Chepauk, especially with our captain Gaikwad leading the way with a much-needed 50. So, Vignesh, yeah, I think Michael also picked Ruturaj's knock. So, good. Those were our cool moments. Plenty of cool moments from there. Carrier, room air conditioner's coolest moment of the match. Plenty to pick from. All right, this is the points table now. Pretty cool for the Chennai fans as they see their team go up. They're in the top 4 now. So they've got 6 points. The only thing that's worrisome is that they've played 5 matches. So there's a lot of teams that have played just the 4. So they get a chance to perhaps meet them, if not beat them in this points table, because 2 of the teams who are at 4 points are playing each other tomorrow. So one of them will come and sit with Chennai. The net run rate perhaps will still benefit them. But again, with these teams, you have no idea. You have no idea whether the game is going to be a 100-run difference, a last bowler. Because these 2 teams, the previous matches that they played, Punjab got that win against GT with like 2 balls to spare.
2 balls,
right?
yep.
And Hyderabad beat Chennai, today's winning team, quite easy. So there you go. You have no idea what's going to happen where, but they're going to be at 5 games as well. So it's all Michael, it's all beginning to take a little bit of shape now, right? 5 games out of 14. You're like, all right, you guys are kind of 1/3 in, little over 1/3 in.
Yeah, I mean, the standout for me on that list is the bottom 2. Already, they look a long way off. 5 games played and only 2 points. So somehow Delhi and the RCB teams have got to try and find some kind of rhythm of play, get their 11s right. But I guess Mumbai, the only team down the bottom that I expected to be a bit higher, but it's Mumbai.
Yeah.
They always start like this.
They take their
the
time.
top 5 really are pretty much what we all expected.
The Ruturaj Gaikwad of teams. So just start slow and then they'll start getting in. Yesterday Mumbai came good. Today Gaikwad's come good. So that's what happens. Let's look at the teams now and see if there'd be, if you predict any changes in them. Let's look at the Punjab team first. In the Punjab team, well, there you go. That's their team. Any changes that you see here?
I don't think they need to change anything after that last performance. The bowling attack pretty much right. Obviously, Sikandar Raza has started to play now with Livingston gone. They probably expect a little bit more from him with the bat in particular. But performances from Prabh Simran, Ashutosh, and it was Shashank in the last game. So 3 performances from Indian players.
Yeah,
crucial. What they need there is Bairstow and Darwin to get going. Prabh Simran's been decent. They get Bairstow and Shikhar really flying, and that team looks top 4 quality.
Yeah. Johnny B, you think Johnny B can do this tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, he's that kind of player that if he arrives, it won't be for 30. If he gets in, he'll get you an 80 or 100. He's just a player that's always been hot and cold, but when he's hot, he's very, very hot. So I think for his team to go all the way and get into the elimination, I think he's got to find some form.
Yeah.
Him and Shikhar at the top of the order is such an experienced pairing. They've got to get them off to a flying start. I mean, I look at names like Chris Wokes that's in that squad.
Yeah. Haven't even heard of him.
Nathan Ellis, you're kind of looking at these players and go, they're not getting a game.
Yeah, and tomorrow will be a good day for both these openers to come good because they are playing against a team that did not retain them. They have both been, top performers for Hyderabad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're playing against, it plays in your mind a bit, doesn't it?
Little bit of payback, a little bit of Tristan Stubbs yesterday. I know, Mumbai let him go. They obviously didn't get across the line, Delhi, but you just show them a glimpse of what he's got.
71 of 25 is a little more than a glimpse.
Okay.
What a player, yes.
Yeah, looks good.
Jeez, he was good yesterday.
Yeah, and the last 5-6 months, I think he's really come of age a bit more. He was always talented, and you saw glimpses of the talent. But I think since that SA competition, the domestic season back in South Africa, and then that SA comp, and I think he's just, a lot of players in South Africa are starting to say he's come of age. He's sort of tempered a touch, but still has that immense power.
Can you imagine? He just played 25 balls yesterday out of 120. Maybe if he had another 10, geez, that could have been a very different result. But hey, no, we're not talking about yesterday's game. We're talking about tomorrow's game. We're talking about the Hyderabad team. They don't have any issues with their batting because they've got a master class in their side. Oh man, he's just like Superman. And then on top you have Travis Head, you've got Abhishek Sharma. They're just all in really good form. This batting side is formidable.
Well, Abhishek Sharma, what did he get off in the last game? 12 balls,
37.
37
37
in
off 12.
got on the 12th, yes. So he was about to break his own fastest 50 record.
Yeah, just completely blew the CSK bowlers to all parts. And you've got Travis Head get him off to a flyer on a regular basis. He's just got a lot. That opening partnership is probably the most dangerous. I mean, KKR's tonight didn't quite work because Salty got out first ball, but that combination at the top there, Head and Abhishek, is you don't want to bowl to them. Then you've got Markram to come in. You've got Klassen. I mean, it's an outstanding batting line. It's got a real culture. What Pat Cummins and Daniel Vittori have done with this set of players is like, we're going to be really aggressive. Really aggressive with the bat in hand. And I think Pat Cummins, his captaincy has been excellent because he doesn't have the world-class spinners. So he's having to really kind of manoeuvre his pack around and make the most of his seam attack, really. And he's done a good job so far. No surprise.
I like Markram at 3 too last game. It's a better looking lineup for me when Markram comes in at 3.
Yeah, player to watch out for from each team. Hyderabad, start.
Hyderabad for me, coming off his best game in the previous one, Bhuvi. 4 overs, 1 for 28 was much better in his last game. So he's the guy I want to see. I mean, if they had to go the distance, yes, their batters will carry them a long way, but they need Bhuvi to be stepping up. He did in the last game, bowled really nicely. So look for more from him.
Okay, I'm going to go with Sheikh Shaq. Abhishek Sharma.
Well, I was going to go with him.
Come on, you pick him as well. You're not even here
No, I'm
tomorrow,
going to go
so it doesn't matter.
I'm going to go Travis Head.
See, you pick Travis Head?
Yeah, he did well on November the 19th. He's due again.
First of all, so you've said 2 things here which I'm deleting from, which people are deleting from their memory. One is November 19th, and one is apparently MS Dhoni dropped a catch. You said something like that a little earlier.
I didn't see that. I didn't say that either.
Nobody.
That didn't happen.
We have no idea what you're talking about. No idea at all. With the Punjab team, pick your pick. We'll start with you this time.
I'm going to go Johnny.
Johnny B.
Johnny B. Yeah, he's going to get firing tomorrow.
Okay, Johnny B for you.
For me, I've been really impressed with Harpreet Brar.
Okay.
I just think he's an absolute gem. Bowls in the power play. I think his economy in the tournament, he's bowled 13 overs, economy of less than 5.7. I think he's just under 5.7 economy in the tournament so far. New ball, old ball, gun in the field, like him.
Wasn't that the year that he came into prominence because he got like Kohli and Maxwell? It was in 21.
AB as well.
Yeah.
Didn't he get AB?
In one game.
In his first
I think
game,
it was one of his... It was 21. It was 2021. So that was one of his early games when he got Kohli and AB. And I think he got... Did he get Glenn Maxwell as well?
What are you looking at him for? He doesn't know. He wasn't watching.
Yeah. I just pretend that somebody's sitting
Did he get
there.
Maxwell or not?
Did he get...
Just say yes. Yes, he did. It was a good
Just say
ball.
yes. Just say yes. You'll be right. Just say, nod your head, man.
KGF. He got KGF. So not AB.
Yeah.
He got KGF. So Glenn, Faf and Kohli.
All right.
That's who he got. That doesn't make sense. They were there for 2020. Anyway, it doesn't even... I don't know why it even matters, right? It's just my internal monologue I'm externalizing. Michael Vaughan told you there's a lot swimming in here. I don't know why you have to put your feet in this water. Don't do it. Walk away. Be better. You don't walk away from the joy factor question. You never do. I keep telling you, do it. But today, Michael Vaughan knew the answer. What connects Sachin, UV, Pujara, Dickie Bird and Johnny B?
Well, I'm presuming they all play for Yorkshire.
Let's bring the answer in. Bring it on. All represented Yorkshire and county cricket along with a certain Michael Vaughan.
I'm not too sure how many games Dickie Bird played.
Played quite a few.
Yeah?
Yeah, played quite a few. Jeffrey, I did a day with...
For the first two?
Yeah, I did a day with Jeffrey and Sonny G in Bangalore, and Jeffrey was telling me, Dickie actually got dropped, and someone will tweet in and tell us I'm wrong or tell me I'm wrong. I think he got dropped after scoring 70 or 80 for the first team. Is
that right?
Yorkshire got dropped. But yeah,
Well, Jeffrey would have told you
Yeah,
about
yeah.
the fact he got dropped from England
he
after
got
getting a double.
234.
Against India?
234 he got dropped, and then he got dropped the game after.
Yeah.
You were in Bangalore. You should have told him there's a guy down the road who got dropped after scoring 300 for India.
I should have said, go and have a cup of chai with Karan Nair, mate.
Yeah.
See how he feels.
There you go. So, yeah, Simon and I only guessed Yorkshire because Michael just said so quickly that I think I know what it is. So that's the only reason. So thank you for that. Thank you for your excited response, which let us get that as well. But some of you got it. A lot of you got it. The first person to get that correct was Amish Joshi. Amish? The Amish? Amish Joshi. So congratulations to you. Good answer. Well done. And now, as we were saying, we've got a lot of guesses correct today. There's a lot of ups and downs, but I have a pet peeve. I have a personal problem with Saimi Kher and Manoj Tiwari just sitting in their houses, feet up, looking at their screens, and just, there you go, look at it. I got one right today. I got it right. How am I still at 33.85?
I'm in the second division now.
This is
you've come into
I'm
my
down.
side.
I'm coming to your side,
Yeah.
Vaughan. I'm down in the second division.
Coming to the Delhi Capital side.
Not good.
You got one bullseye though, right?
Yeah, you got to get a bullseye to win it.
Yeah, what's it? I was like, I got one correct today. I was like on 32 yesterday. So what? It's just gone up 1%.
One correct and one wrong. So I don't know. How's that work?
I think there's a bit of a conspiracy about you.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit.
I don't think the number crunchers round the back actually want you to win.
That's the thing, right?
Yeah.
You think
If
they're on
I was you, I would get your legal team to just check the numbers on.
You think they're on Harsha's payroll?
I think
I think Harsh is paying them. Yeah.
I think this bloke's doing the math.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks suspicious. Yeah. He looks suspicious. Something is
I
going on.
would check. I think you should be higher up the league.
Yeah, I've got a day off tomorrow. I'm going to devote it entirely to investigating this issue.
Of course you are.
This is very suspicious.
Of course you
And you'll
are.
probably end up at the top of the league tomorrow night by not even being in.
That's right. It's great. That will be the best gift ever because Saimi is going to be here tomorrow and she's going to get 2 out of 2 wrong. Looking at you, kid. Looking at you. Get 2 out of 2 wrong. Just slide down. You get Manoj Tiwari in as well. Even if you're sitting at home, I'll get him to send some guesses in. I need them to get a few wrong because that's what I need. Okay, well, that's all we got time for today. We got to go. Michael Vaughan's going to be on his plane in a little while. So.
Does that mean over the next few weeks I'll go up the league? By not being here?
You'll be above me by
I'll
the
be
time
top
you
of the
come back.
league by the time I get back.
Yeah. So basically, you'll just be... So you won't go up. Everyone else will just come down. Right? So they'll just pass you by, just sliding down.
I'll be waving to them from Cheshire.
Yeah. It's great. This game is like the more you play, the more you lose.
Yeah.
It's just brilliant. So I'm going to change the rules on this next season, along with the Chennai temperature control. There's 2 things I have to change. I've got 12 months to do it. All right. So big thank you to Michael Vaughan. Thank you for having been here. And we're going to see you in a while.
See you in a few weeks.
In a few weeks. And thank you so much to Simon Doull. You're here tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I'm here all week. I'll be here all week.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'll be here all week.
Call me. I got a day off tomorrow. Let me rest. I need to go up on the guessing game charts. They're going to take a day off. I'm Gaurav Kapur. You are watching Cricbuzz Live. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye and good night. Why are you putting on a mask? What's happening? No, it's a different thing. Mask on the guy. Are you the number cruncher? Something suspicious. Why is he hiding his face? Watson! Bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವರೆ
Hyderabad Ruturaj Express পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন। कृपया ध्यान दें